Welcome to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Talk. Here comes the host of this show, Christian.
Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Talk. This is English episode number 221. And today, I'm not alone actually. I have today, she is an actress, she's a model, singer, and a fan of Bubblegum. And that's why we are here today. She was Bubblegum Girl in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. I am honored and blessed to have her on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Talk today. I welcome Aisha Wax. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's an honor. I feel really, it's just fantastic. I'm a little excited over here to be able to talk to you today, to get some information out from you, because you were there. You were in the movie. You were in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 movie. One of the best movies ever, in my opinion. And yeah.
I agree with
you. How are you? I hope everything's fine over there.
Out here in New York City, yes, everything's great. And I'm so fascinated by where you're from as well, because of what we quickly spoke about regarding my roots.
Yes, I guess we can start right at that. So where do you come from? Where does your family come from? And to get into who are you? So please explain.
We could start there. We could start the Foot Clan. It's a dice roll. Which one?
No, like where do you have your roots? I think we can start there, because there's a connection to Europe there.
Sure. So you were telling me that you were from Austria, right?
Yes, that's
Yes,
right.
and I love your accent. And I was sharing with you that my mother is from Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. And she came over to America as a young child. I've never visited Frankfurt. I've always wanted to, but you're close to my mother's homeland right now, so that's a warm feeling I get from that, because she did pass away of brain cancer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's somehow nice that and it's always how I say, like the whole world is like a little village. It all connects. It all comes together. Like we're still, the world is so
Yeah.
big, but we are also so close. It's and I mean it's so because
Yeah.
one of my best friends is from Frankfurt, and then you told me this. It was like, really? It's really fascinating.
I'd love some photos. I'd love some photographs of the modern town now, outside of what you could find on Google. Bridging from the talking about my mother. Yeah, so my mother was with me that day at the Foot.
Yeah.
She was my manager, and I was a lot younger than people may have imagined. They always said to me as a young girl that I'm a lot more mature than my age. And now these days they're saying I look a lot more immature than my age. But back then I was around 12 or 13 years old, and right after filming that movie, I went on world tour with the Mad Stuntman who sings the song, you know, the song I Like to Move It from Madagascar?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. I was his world tour dancer. So at around, I guess, like 14 years old, I was already a cage dancer at Limelight and Palladium. I was touring the world. I was very, very mature for my age. My mom used to sign waivers for me all the time, and she was there with me um, at the North Carolina set. And I just wish, I'm sure everyone wishes they had questions they could ask to her, but my mom's friends that were surrounding us at that time, they're answering some questions and they're confirming things for me. It's just been hard to not have her. And also, in addition, Ray Sarah, who was one of the stars of TMNT 1990. He also passed away. Um, and so all of these Easter eggs, they're on the other side now. We're gonna have to do Ouija board,
Yeah.
you know?
So Raymond Sarah, who was Chief Stearns, if I remember correctly,
Yes, yes,
in the movie. Oh,
yes,
cool.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
So was that always your dream? Did you always, as a kid, did you want to be an actress?
So, no, I was kind of just put into it. I was singing the national anthem at Shea Stadium when I was around 7. I was also a guest on Romper Room. I guess I was about 5, so I was just kind of like thrown into it, and I was actually very, very shy, almost like to mute level. Like I wouldn't talk to anyone, and my parents thought it was really interesting that when I was on stage or on sets, I just came out of
Yeah.
my shell and I felt like I could be myself. And they thought it was very therapeutic for me to continue in acting because of how introverted I was. And I still am like very shy, but I've learned how to be more outspoken and a lot more friendly these days. It took
Hmm.
practice.
Yeah, of course, of course. Um, Before you were cast into a TMNT movie, were you aware of the Ninja Turtles franchise, like through cartoons or the comics? Did you know about them?
Well, right now I'm obsessed. Um, from the nostalgia and from the nostalgia aspect, but back then it was like I loved that. I loved Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears, Barbie, and all the girl stuff, and that was just like a part of my world. I was telling a couple of podcasts at this point that I can't confirm if I knew it was a TMNT set or not, or it may have just been a closed set, where they just reviewed extras and had that New York vibe down in North Carolina.
Hmm.
I don't know for a fact if we were even aware at that point where we exactly were, as because we didn't read the script as an extra.
Yeah.
We didn't really know what was going on. I'm I'm still looking to have a lot of things confirmed. As far as like, does anyone know if we knew it was a TMNT set? Asking around to see if there were other girls there, other punks there outside of me with, you know, that, cool leather glove, like black hair kind of punk look. Like I don't know if I was the only or if there were more. Um,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of questions I still even have. Today there's a post on my wall. One of the fandom asked me if what kind of gum I was chewing and how long the flavor lasted, and I pretty much was like, I don't remember what if the flavor lasted 35 years ago, but I'm very like touched, and I think it's the sweetest thing in the world how the details are being savored right now by everyone, which I
Yeah.
love and I could really appreciate. And I do think it's Bazooka Joe because all of the Easter eggs that were being dropped like in the background, I do think
Mm.
that they were probably one of the sponsors, just like the pork rinds. I think there were some sponsors involved in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's been 35 years since the movie came out. I am that guy who doesn't remember what he ate yesterday. So
Same,
I
same.
totally get it.
I don't remember what I ate yesterday either. It's probably sashimi, but yeah, I don't remember.
Good.
Yeah.
Uh, so, uh, when you said that you're not sure if you even knew that it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, so you probably didn't see any of the actors in costume, any of the turtle costumes or anything like
Well,
that.
no, no, the turtles. No, I don't. I do not believe so. I'm only saying it that way because we're just gathering facts and clues as we go along. That's what's so interesting about this journey happening 35 years later for me, and the vague memories and clues around, and the people I knew at that time, and the people coming out and confirming, I remember this about you, and just the memory of a child just being so foggy. And I was also a child actor, so I was on sets like and doing extra work before I started getting speaking roles all the time. So
Mm.
and one fan actually said I sounded obnoxious when I said this, but I said I don't really remember how many sets I was in. It was just another day for me. And it's like, look, looking back, it was one of the most important days of my life. But at the time, I was trying to say it was just another day. I was always traveling
Mhm.
and I was always filming, and it was just my life at that point, you know?
I
Yeah.
get what you mean. So
Yeah.
because you didn't realize what movie is this really is, like as you said, it's another job, another day. So, but how did you actually, if you remember, get the part of
Yeah.
Bubblegum Girl?
Yes.
And was that your first acting job?
So, no, at that point I was already on Romper Room and I was already being filmed at Shea Stadium singing the national anthem for the Mets. I was also starring in all my school plays.
Sorry, just for the understanding. Romper Room, that was a kids show back then, if I remember.
Yeah, yeah, with the
Ah,
Magic
okay.
Mirror and Paula. Yeah. You remember that show? I would watch that show all the time. So
I
being
don't
on
think
it,
we had it over here. I was just
probably not.
checking it on Wikipedia.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I've never even seen my work on that. I've never even seen that. Although somebody did send me my work at Shea Stadium, I was shocked to get this footage. But okay, so where were we?
Yeah. How did
Oh,
you get the
was it
part?
how did I get the part? So tracking the clues back because a couple years later, I was in an after school program just in general, but a couple years later, a group called City Kids cast me in a show called City Kids, which was produced by Demi Moore with Jim Henson puppets. And I did have a speaking role in that and a dancing, like a fly girl dancing role in that. What I'm
Hmm.
thinking happened is they probably maybe held castings through City Kids at the center, perhaps. They chose a bunch of like New York looks and had us come out there. But again, it wasn't a role that I had. I was a background extra. I was uncredited. I didn't have a name or a title. And almost just recently, months ago, was I put on the IMDb page. So nobody knew who I was for like 35 years until recently. And when I was alerted to what was going on, that is how I believe this happened because I'm correlating the Jim Henson puppets I worked with in City Kids to Jim Henson in TMNT and seeing that must have been how I heard about this.
Yeah, because it's so interesting because for years people were wondering, who is this bubblegum girl? Who is the actress? Because even if she's on screen only for a few moments, she definitely left an impression. And how
Shocking.
was it for you to find out that TMNT fans are looking for you? And how did you find out about it? Be like, yep, that's me.
I was like,
How was that?
I was like, are you kidding me? So someone that was part of the fandom started showing me like hundreds of fan sites and comments over the decades. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, are you kidding me? And like the comments were ranging from, why is she hiding from us? And I just didn't know what was going on. And I think my participation in coming forward has helped this whole whatever's going on right now with us on the podcast and all of the fan art and everything. It's partially because I stepped up. um I didn't step up so quickly. I didn't just run to
Mhm.
be like, "Oh my God, everybody, I'm here." I was more like, "Wait a minute, are you kidding me?" And they were looking for me, and then I had to call casting directors and confirm certain things because I didn't have my mom and Ray to ask any questions to. So I had to like be very careful about this. This is not a role that I would like to step into and accept if I didn't know almost like for sure what was going on at that time because my mind is foggy and hazy and like I don't have all the details. I had to do a lot of work to collect evidence here. That's why part of the reason it took a while for me to say, I'm here, it's me. At first I was like, it could be me. And then I got more clues and facts. And then I'm like, it is me because I got more confirmation with the Easter eggs and the people I knew
Mhm.
at that time. You understand? It's like a complicated story.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fascinating. It's its own interesting little story in itself. Which brings me to my next
Yeah.
question. So, do you have your own little backstory in your head for Bubblegum Girl? It's like, what's her name? Where does she come from? Do you have like a bio for her in your head or something like this?
What I really think it was about for me, and I spoke about this in some of the podcasts, is I was a very different, very mature beyond my years child.
Hmm.
And I was bullied a lot. Not initially, because I was in the popular groups of kids. I was always like the best friend of the blonde girl, just like in the movies. But I'm not someone that could be controlled. I'm someone that could be convinced. I'm a very logical person. And so when these kids were asking me to bully other kids, I was like, okay, that's not going to happen. And I was extricated from the group, and then they said, well, let's show you what it's like if you don't listen to us. And then consequentially I got bullied. Now, I don't hold any resentment towards anyone. In fact, each and every one of these children had apologized to me afterwards, later in life. I don't hold any resentment, and I forgave everybody. And in fact, it made me who I am today. So I thank
Hmm.
them for this. But not that I'm supporting bullying, but my spin on it is unfortunately it happened, but it did end up helping me and making me who
Yeah.
I am. Um, so I had to walk around with a tough shell because of all the attacks I had on me, not only emotionally but physically, physical attacks I had on me. So, and as a
Oh
Cancerian,
boy.
just like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I have a shell around me too. And deep down, I'm a very kind and nice person and a rational person, but on the outside, I'm a tough girl. And I come off that way to protect myself. And for some reason, this has helped me get roles as the bad girl, the villain, the seductress, or whatever you want to call it. But deep down, that's not really who I am. Just a nice, innocent, shy girl who's trying to protect myself. But this whole image that I had to build around me, this shell, it's protected me my whole life. And I really believe when I walked onto the scene, as the bubblegum girl, I think it just like screamed attitude, but that attitude was real. That was really how I had to carry myself to protect myself from the bullies. So
Okay.
her backstory is
Yeah.
my backstory. You know what I mean?
That, yeah, absolutely. It's really, really great. And thanks for sharing that with us.
Sure.
Um, so yeah, um, back to bubblegum. So, um, if I mean, on the scene we see you in, you're really blowing this perfect bubblegum bubble, and how good are you at that? It's like, oh, that was first try, it was perfect. How good are you in real life at blowing bubblegum?
Actually, I have a contest going on right now. I was put to a challenge of a bubblegum blowing contest, and we both made bubbles. And
Oh,
you guys are
okay.
about to see this bubble appear on my Instagram page. I really feel like I'm going to win this contest. I'll share with you guys a little secret and trick to blowing bubbles is the effort. of getting the sugar out of the gum and getting it to a good consistency, deciding if you want one or two, picking the brand. The effort comes in the initial configuration and forming of like the bubble when you start blowing it, but then getting the bubble to be big, that takes a lot of like relaxation, laying back, and not putting any effort into it at all. That takes the lack of effort. And I'm very I just want to add another thing about energy because I'm really big on this. I am a professional dancer as well as actress
Mm,
too, and bubblegum blower. But let's talk about really quickly Spanish dance. Let's talk about salsa. So
mhm.
basically, you and the partner, you have to push against each other's energy. Um, he has to have his arm around your waist. You have to have your arm on the shoulder, and then you hold the two fingers so you could like spin and do all those perfect turns. But he's pulling you in while you're pushing him away, and that's creating the energy to actually make you guys move in synchronicity. And you have to know when to let go, when to push against the energy, when to give in. Okay, so the reason I bring this up is it's the same thing in acting. Um, when to be in control, when to give the other a scene partner control. It's the same thing with bubblegum. You have to know when to be in charge and when to let the bubble just grow on its own. It's an energy thing. So that is my extended explanation on blowing bubbles, and you're the only one that's ever heard this from me.
It's great. You're really turning it into a science. I'm totally fascinated here.
Oh my God.
This is so cool. Um, okay, another question.
Okay.
I saw that you in 1997 you made a movie called Arresting Jaina together with Sam Rockwell, who was also in the TMNT movie. Did you realize that back then? Do you remember, like, hey, I remember you from the TMNT movie. We were in it too, like a little
No,
reunion. Do you
no,
remember it?
no, we never had that question. In fact, I don't even know if him and I ever spoke back then. We might have met, we might have seen each other. I don't know if we ever got into
Mm,
a conversation with each other. This was completely, um, and I don't like the word coincidental because there's a part of me that thinks that even though we have free will, things are meant to be in the world. It just so happened that I had probably the smallest part that TMNT had to offer. And then in this movie, Arresting Gina with Sam Rockwell, I had the biggest part the movie had to offer called
yeah.
Gina. And I actually did many, many scenes with Sam Rockwell, and ended up winning a Best Actress award for that after Sundance Film Festivals. When the film went to Olympia Film Festival, I won the People's Choice Best Actress Award in Brazil, which helped me understand and see that I'm for the people. It's the people that usually, choose me. Like, a lot of the films that I've done, it's been because I'm a people person. If the awards I win because the audience like me, I'm a very for the fandom type of actress, like we're all in it together type of thing. And I feel like part of the reason I won that award, not not just for the acting, but because of the connecting with the audience through my character. I'm really big on that, you know.
Mhm. Okay, cool. So, if someone came up to you and be like, "Hey, we would love to have you in another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles project, like as a new character, cameo, voiceover in a cartoon or something," would you be up for it? And if yes, is there some kind of Ninja Turtles dream role that you would like to play?
I'm so glad you asked that. So many people have asked me that question, and I've gotten so into this that I've actually made it like one of the biggest things on my bucket list right now is to continue on with the legacy. In fact, I want this more than anything right now. And as much as I would like to be in the background and pop another bubble, and I would be honored to do that. Everyone is saying right now that I should be playing Karai, Shredder's daughter, and they got me so
Oh,
fixed on this idea. I really want that. In fact, I'm going to be continuing to box and take karate like I used to because I want to get my postures
Mhm.
ready if this happens. I want to be really prepared. I'm taking this really seriously. Um, I just want to be put in front of the Last Ronin and the Mutant Mayhem teams and have them decide what they want to do with me. Whether it's yes, no, maybe, keep the character the same, evolve her, or turn her into someone completely different. I'm 100% on board. The only question is, who do I talk to? Because the connections that I got into this movie through 35 years ago. I don't
Yeah.
think that's gonna help me get into the new ones. Like staff has changed and I don't know what to do about it. And I mean, I could stay positive and be like, well, they're just going to find me. But honestly, until I stepped out and said, I'm here, not even the fans didn't even know who I am. So, how are the executives going to know that I exist and that I'm still thriving and out there and doing my thing? Like, how are they going to know about me?
Yeah, we totally have to get the word out there. And if there is like a petition or anything, I'm totally up for it. It's
Oh, thank
yeah, and
you.
I just think like imagine like in the movie like Shredder is there and he's Karai, where are you? And then you hear a bubblegum pop in the background and Karai steps
Ooh,
out and it's you. How cool would that be?
I literally just got the chills. Also, I've been getting some like commentary about how I am ethnically and age ambiguous. There
Mhm.
have only been very few negative comments as far as like she's not old enough to be that, and I'm like I probably am. And then I've gotten like some other comments of like you're not Japanese or whatever they said, and I'm like how do you know I'm not half Japanese? Like you don't know all of my heritage. And plus when I was cast on Gotham, they cast me because they thought I was half Japanese and half American. So a lot of people think that about me, whether it's true or not. So um, yeah, I definitely believe that could happen. I'm definitely manifesting it and aligning with it and putting the word out there. And I don't know if you know how to start petitions, but I would love to collab with you or someone that knows how to do that on my page. But people just get so distracted on my page. I don't know if they would focus on putting their name on that list, but I would love you or someone to actually get a petition started. I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, so if someone of the listeners out there knows how to get this started, contact us. Tell
Yes,
us we are up for it.
yes, contact me, DM me, follow me on Aisha Hashwax, which confuses people. My middle name, it's a little bit longer than the name Hash, but I shortened it to Hash. People try to look me up by my name, Aisha Wax, but that was taken already on
Oh,
Instagram. My page has the blue check mark. That's my official page, and it's Aisha, Aesha, middle name, Hash, Hash, last name, Waks, Wax. So you gotta look for the hash to know that that is my Instagram official page. Contact me, DM me. Let's get this petition going and let's do this together and let me represent you guys. I feel like I'm running for mayor. Let you know when the premiere is. Let me involve you in things, guys. I would love to do this for you. I would love to do this for myself and for my family and my mother in heaven. I would love this.
that would be great. As I said, like on behalf of all of the Ninja Turtles fandom, you are now part of this family, and
Yes.
we are. Hey, if there's something we can do, the turtle fans will do it. So,
Yes.
what are you up to nowadays? So, anything you're currently working on or something?
So when I'm not acting and trying to put out my new hip hop album, which I can't really talk about outside of the title of the album. I'd like to call it
Mm.
Memoirs of an Aisha. But when I'm not doing my artistic stuff, I am a mental health peer advocate. I am an anti-bully advocate, and I actually put out books on Barnes and Noble and Amazon helping people with interpersonal communication, which is my book series, which is Swipe and Swipe Again. I had no idea they were going to come out with that movie Swiped. By the way, this is just synchronicity happening again. And then my book, another book I want to recommend before that, if anyone out there has eating disorders, it's called The Model Body Plan, and I help cure eating disorders as a sports nutrition coach as well as an advanced personal trainer. So I have a lot of material out there to help people feel better, avoid mistakes and trouble. And I love doing that. I have my clients as my mental health peer advocate, New York State certification awards me to have, and that's what I do when I'm not doing my creative arts. I'm out there helping people, and when I'm not doing that, I'm working on my career, planning photo shoots. I've been doing a lot of collabs lately, and last night I was actually up all night long trying to email different executives from everyone from TMNT, and I actually also went outside of the box and I started emailing like top directors, top films and pre-production, and just like trying to do my best to get the word out there that I'm still here and I'm still doing my thing and I want to be involved.
Wow, it's really, if you're really such a talent. I learned so much more, like because I checked beforehand, like, okay, she's an actress, she's a singer, she's a dancer, she's a model, and now she also writes books, she does this, she does that. It's like amazing. I'm really, wow.
Oh, thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I mean, totally. You're multi-talented. It's if yeah, if I ever met someone, you are it. So,
Thank
back
you.
to Ninja Turtles for a moment here.
Yes.
One quick question. Who can you say who is your favorite Ninja Turtles of the four? Can you say?
I get asked that a lot, and I can't really answer that question. I love them all. I don't want to be partial to anyone. Let's bring it back to you. Do you have a favorite one? And why? And why?
That's the funny thing, because if someone asks me that questions, I give the same answer.
Okay.
I cannot say they are a team, they are four, they are equal to me. If one of them is missing, something is missing, there's a part missing, they all belong together. So it's
Yes.
always like I cannot say like, oh, I like Michelangelo better, I like Leonardo better. They are four parts of a family, of a team. So I love them all equally. It's
Same.
really it. I know. Some people think that's a frustrating answer,
I know.
but hey, that's how I feel.
I know. I feel that way too.
All right. Um, two quick questions before we are done here. Um,
Sure.
what is in your opinion, the best bubblegum brand taste-wise, and which one is for blowing bubbles the best?
Well, it's funny. Right now I'm in talks with a couple of the brands about endorsements right now. So, I have a couple that I'm kind of juggling, which one I want to work with and which one has the best flavor. But I really do believe that it was Bazooka that was involved with TMNT. I really believe it was Bazooka that I was chewing. As you could tell, the
Mhm.
gum is pink. Okay, so it's definitely that rules out a lot of
Yeah.
it. And the flavor is just fantastic. With that, it probably lasts pretty long. And as far as blowing bubbles, it does the job as well as Hubba Bubba, Bubblicious. Trident bubblegum, it's kind of tricky. Sometimes you need two pieces and a lot of patience because you get a lot of like puncture holes in it while you're blowing maybe because of the lack of sugar. I don't know if the sugar keeps it together in any way, but
Mm.
I actually just bought a roll of bubble tape to try that out to see if it compares to Bazooka. So I'm doing my tests also, but that's kind of like what I feel about that. What about you?
Oh, good question. Um, yeah, for taste wise, I would say I don't even know if that exists over there. Hubba Bubba, do you know
Yeah,
that?
it does. It does exist out
Yeah.
here. I didn't know if you were gonna give a similar answer to the turtle question, like, and be impartial, but like everyone tends to maybe not have a favorite, but maybe a go-to gum they go to. And it is real. Like I actually do chew gum all the time for many reasons. I got into it a
Mhm.
little bit more in some other shows as to why I do that, but like I really do always chew gum. I also want to
Yeah.
mention too that pop that everyone sees on screen. I do not know if that was a planned shot or that was just they were giving out bubble gum as bazooka, chewing gum, and then I happened to blow it at the right moment and it was caught on camera. So like I don't know if it was like action, pop the bubble, take, let's do it again, or if it was like girl walks by or one of the girls walks by and then that was popped a bubble and that was just caught on camera. So I'm so curious as to how that moment happened too. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's really, really interesting. It would be really interesting to find out, like, what the like the cameraman, the director were thinking, like, okay, focus on that girl, or if it was really just like, oh, accident, oh, the girl is just walking by, let's get her on camera. It was like, yeah, what were they thinking? It would be
It was
really
I
interesting
was
because,
probably used as a pan shot. I did something like that again in two other productions. Sex in the City, they used me as
mm,
a pan shot to roll the credits and kind of follow me over to the table with the main cast. So I was being used to get
mhm,
like a a shot of the location. And I did that again in Celtic Pride with the movie with Damon Wayans where I came over and handed him a beer as a cocktail waitress, which
mhm.
was used as a pan shot too, as far as like getting a view of the place, but like kind of using me as the target to do that. So yeah, that's probably the pan shot. I don't know if the character was named that after the take or before and it was like planned. They might have been like,
Mm.
oh, she's popping a bubble, call her the Bubblegum Girl, Skeet Ulrich and Scott Wolf. They were thugs, just call that thug number one, thug
Yeah,
number two. Like they sometimes name it afterwards, like girl with pink shirt. You know what I mean? A
yeah,
girl
yeah,
with
yeah.
mole on her face, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Whatever it was, we now have like this perfect shot on film, and it's there for eternity, and we are all happy for it to have
Yes.
this moment with you in the movie. And well,
Yes.
we are actually nearing the end here, and but I have one more question, and this is maybe the most important question of them
Ooh.
all.
Okay, I'm prepared.
Pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza.
How did
Is
I
it totally
know?
fine or is it a crime?
How did I know you were going to ask me that? I was asked that on another show recently, the Nostalgic Nebula show. I was so scared to answer this question because I didn't want to offend people, but I would say I don't judge people that do it. It's just to each their own. Me personally, I don't like mixing fruit with my food. I won't even eat rice with raisins in it, with in like stuffing. I don't like when there's fruit in my food, on my food. I like it afterwards as dessert. So I wouldn't mind eating a slice of plain pizza, and then eating the pineapple after for dessert. I don't want to mix it. What about you?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. It's like this. It's just so weird for me
Yeah.
because I have this tasty pizza and suddenly there's something sweet in it, and it's like, no, this does not fit. Like, no, 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 not a fan at all. As you said, if someone enjoys it, hey, do it.
Yeah.
More power to you.
Not
Fantastic.
hurting anyone.
But no, keep that away from me. Thank you
Keep it
very
away from
much.
me. Thank you. Exactly. I feel like we have a lot of the same feelings on a lot of these topic matters.
Yeah, it seems like that.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, I can really say it now because I was pretty nervous at the start, like, I'm gonna talk to Asia today. Pretty nervous. But after like 2 minutes talking to you, I really can say that you are so easy to talk to. It's so much so enjoyable, and it's really great. So really, thank you, because after like 2 minutes talking to you, like talking to a friend, it's like perfect. It's really great. So
Thank you. I
yeah,
feel the same way with you. I feel so comfortable talking to you. I feel so comfortable. I almost forgot we were being filmed recorded at a certain point. I felt like I was just
yeah,
talking to an old friend. However, we've never met in person, you know?
yeah. It's like fine. Just hang out, just
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
So yeah, but well, I pretty much now know everything that I wanted to know, and there's not much left, but only one thing for me to say: thank you so much for your time. This was really a blast. It was really great. Um,
Yeah. Yeah,
you're
it was.
really such a wonderful person, such a wonderful soul.
Oh,
It was a
thank
blast. It
you.
was really cool to get a little insight into yeah, like behind the scenes, as I'm also a big movie fan, and like some behind the scenes stuff. I'm always up there for it, and some new turtle information from you. It's like, yeah, that was really great. I'm so
Did.
happy
I
that
love
we
you.
did this
I
together.
loved talking to you. I love your accent. I love the fact that you are in Austria, right by my mother's homeland, and you made me feel so comfortable today on your show. I really appreciate being here
Ah,
today.
that's great. That's that's what I wanted to do. So yeah, I guess that's it from my side. Once again, thank you, Asia, so much. Anything else you want to share? Anything else that I forgot to mention, or anything that now just is there anything else you want to say?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to think about that. Maybe we could save it for another show. Another time we do this together. There's probably so much we could talk about.
Yeah,
I know it's your
maybe.
bedtime. I know it's your bedtime now.
Yeah, oh, it's getting late over here.
I know.
But anyway, that was really great. Thanks that we did this. So yeah, I guess that's it from my side. Once again, thank you, Asia, for this. Thank you, listeners, for listening to us. And yeah, as I said, check out Asia on Instagram, and are you on on Twitter, I think, or pretty much everywhere?
I am on Twitter and TikTok as either Asia Wax or Asia Hashwax, but you'll know which is the active and the real page because of the recent posts, because the ones that look real with the most followers, like those are the real ones. So, and I could try to list that on my Instagram for everyone, but Instagram is the main portal for everything here that's happening. And I guess me and you, we would switch over to DM, and I don't want to say goodbye, but I like this is what my grandmother, God rest her soul, Sylvia, she would always say, goodbye for now. She would never say just like or an actual goodbye, because there never is a goodbye in this universe, this vast eternal universe that
Yeah.
we live in. So her, my grandfather, Wolfgang, Metzger, they never believed in saying goodbye. So that's what I'll say to you. I'll say goodbye for now to you and all the listeners.
And I don't think there will be ever a more perfect ending to this podcast episode. So I also say goodbye for now. Until next time. My name is Christian. That was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Talk. So until then, cowabunga dudes.
So long, farewell. Avita, say good night. Bye for now.
Okay. Perfect. We're out. Perfect. We're done.
We're out. Cowabunga, guys.
Cowabunga!
That was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Talk. You can check out the website at tmttalk.com. If you want to give me some feedback, send me a mail at tmttalk1984@gmail.com. Check TMT The Talk on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Discord. You can listen to every episode of the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and pretty much everywhere else.